fund their lives, pay their bills. Hopefully they will get married, form their families and be responsible for their families. And if things go well, they are all able to take in other people who will then take care of their families and will begin to contribute. That was what led to the creation of Faith Foundation.
Faith Foundation, Nigeria's foremost entrepreneurship support non-profit organization with a goal to enable aspiring and emerging Nigerian entrepreneurs to start, grow and scale their businesses, has grown into a legacy of national influence from an idea that started in a one-room office into a source of inspiration for thousands of Nigerians in the last 2 decades.
What I thought I was founding at that time was a Fola Diola trust for entrepreneurs. But I didn't want it to become something that the city or the society or the environment will not embrace. Let's name it in a manner that it can be embraced by people. And all we did was just to take the first letter of everything that was there, and it came to faith. So why not? Let's take our destiny, our faith in our hands, and let's push. That's how Faith Foundation got created. Immediately we realized that, if this idea is going to go anywhere, we needed a thinker. We needed somebody who is also driven. We were going to get the best person that we could get, and that's what we did. I had this conversation with Ndidi Uneli, who was in Chicago at that time, with McKinsey, and she wanted to come back to Nigeria. And I offered her four different jobs that she could come to do. I could take her in the bank. I had an investment in a conglomerate at that time. I introduced that investment to her. The last one I said to her was that, okay, there is this one. It's an idea that we have just put in place. Will that interest you? And she said of the 4 that I had listed, that was the one that interested her. So we brought in Didi from McKinsey to Faith Foundation to come and drive the vision.
I met Mr. Adiola when I was a student at the Harvard Business School. He came as a case protagonist to discuss Guarantee Trust Bank. And then we stayed in touch after that. And a year later, he called me and he said, I hear you want to move back to Nigeria and I want to offer you some options, some jobs. And he listed 4. And the last one was Faith Foundation. He told me something. He said, on my 60th birthday, I want to celebrate by having a field of all the entrepreneurs that I've supported, with their products and services. And I said, this is the vision. And that vision for me was phenomenal, because we have to create wealth in Nigeria. And the best people who have the energy, the skills, the creativity to create that wealth are young people.
We live in a young world, a world where 40% of the 7.8 billion humans alive are under 24 years old. And if you streamline this data back home, you'd realize that 54% of Nigeria's population are within ages 15 to 64 years.
If somebody didn't get into Guarantee Trust Bank or didn't get into Shell and so on and so forth, it wasn't faith they were looking for as an alternative. Okay, that was a challenge. We overcame that because Ndidi herself and the 70-man board of eminent people were enough to convince them. So many people will come because they haven't got a job. Okay, let's see what this thing is like. But we were unrelenting and we just kept going until many years later, when we found the real people that we were looking for.
And we started with a very clear mandate. We knew we had to provide the training, so it was going to be a 6-month training program. We knew we had to incorporate a mentorship scheme, so we had to design probably the first formal mentoring program in Nigeria, and then we had to provide them with access to funding. So we started the business plan competition, we incorporated an investors forum, and even an accelerator and incubator to help them with the execution of the business plan. And so
how do you know this? I had to know.
always monitor really quite
My phone? You want? Okay. Tell him to share with others. You don't have Grace's number. Okay. Just a minute. Where's my bag? Okay, the bag. Okay. Hi, Shisi. Can you hear me? Just wave if you can hear me, Shisi. Shesi, can you hear me? If you can hear me, kindly wave. Okay. Can you hear me in the HEP room? I need you to confirm if you can hear me in HEP room. If you can hear me, just wave. Or you drop a message in the chat room. EP room, EP and Scaleup room. If you can hear me, just drop a message in the chat room or you wave to the camera. Can't hear. Hi, Shesi, can you hear me? If you can hear me, kindly respond by waving your hand to the camera or dropping a message in the chat room. It's live. I want to assume you can't hear me yet. EP Scaleup room. If you can hear me, just drop a message in the chat room. Hello, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, too.
I hope you can all hear me now. We're going to be running the tests in a jiffy. Hi, everyone. Drop a message in the chat room if you can hear me. Kindly drop a message if you can hear my voice clearly. Okay, can we go to the other Zoom rooms and see if they can hear as well? Hello, HEP entrepreneurs and Scaleup Lab entrepreneurs. I can see some of you on the platform already, but I'm not sure you can hear me. If you can hear me, kindly drop a message in the chat room.
Everyone, and welcome to Faith Foundations, to the 4th day of Faith Foundations 1 week long celebration of resilience, consistency and hard work. Today we are celebrating our amazing entrepreneurs, young men and women who've gone through very interesting, fun and intense learning journey with us throughout this year despite all of the odds. My name is Oge Naife, and I will be your host along with my colleague Akinwande Akinsubiri.
Exciting one, and we are happy to showcase our entrepreneurs today. But first up, we'd like to take the second stanza of the national anthem, and to take this, we have one of our Faith alumna who took the Aspiring Entrepreneurs Digital Program, Class 70. She is an entrepreneur, a songwriter, and a performer. Tarrah Ejugbo, over to you. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Oh God of creation,
beautiful rendition. Interesting. This year, despite its peculiarity given the COVID-19 pandemic situation and its impact on businesses, individuals, families all over the world, at Faith Foundation, we're able to transition swiftly by redesigning our programs, and we're able to make impact in the life of our entrepreneurs. This year alone, we graduated, or this year alone, we're able to touch 1,047 entrepreneurs across 24 states. And out of those 1,044 entrepreneurs, 647 of them attended our short courses. And today we are excited to be graduating 400 of these entrepreneurs who have gone through our full courses, which are our flagship programs. In addition to this, we published 6 research reports, this year on the Nigeria entrepreneurship space. We were also able to raise over 370 million naira, as COVID-19 support fund through our Faith Philanthropy. It's an exciting thing that we've been doing this year, and we would like to, share this in a video highlight. Please enjoy the video highlight.
Us and for sharing this day with us. I would like to introduce to you a very special person, not just to us at Faith Foundation, but to Nigeria as a whole. I would like to welcome the founder and chairman of Faith Foundation, Mr. Fola Adeola, to deliver his welcome address and formally open this graduation ceremony. Mr. Fola Adeola, you're welcome, sir. Over to you.
Kindly unmute yourself as you speak to yourself. Mr. Fola Adeola has been a great support to us at Faith Foundation. Its insight, its support, and its fatherly role has been so amazing. Mr. Fola, kindly unmute. Can you hear us now, sir? I know it's always an exciting experience listening to Mr. Fola. He's someone who has so much wealth of knowledge and insight, and is always a go-to person, you know, every time we need to address key issues. Okay. Okay. So while we wait, besides the fund that we're able to raise to support COVID-19 pandemic, we're also able to have over 300,000 views for our journeys in entrepreneurship podcast and video series, which was quite amazing. We had different series at different time, about 8 of them that were released on YouTube, and right now we have over 300,000 views. This Journey in Entrepreneurs video series actually addressed key issues across key areas that businesses, need to be, concerned about. And also, one of the amazing things that happened this year is that at the heat of the pandemic, we're able to quickly develop webinar series that helped stabilize the agitations that some of our entrepreneurs were having. So, and sessions ranging from, what kind of mindsets to have during the pandemic, to sessions on how to rethink your business during pandemic, sessions on how to redesign, the business process during pandemic, and it was all an exciting one for us. And to cap it all, we're now able to redesign all our programs that could have been traditionally delivered in in-person sessions. Due to the restrictions, the social distancing, we're able to redesign them and deliver them virtually. And today we are so excited that we are graduating 400 entrepreneurs who have gone through this full course. We're also able to link about 44 entrepreneurs with funding linkages. That was about 150 million naira. And we also partner with Facebook on their $500 million project, which is focused at support small businesses in Nigeria. So it's an exciting one for us, and we are really so excited about it. Now, one program that we launched is the Business Recovery Program, which is actually focused on helping businesses recover from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and also the effect on vandalization, as a result of the EndSARS protest. So we are really so excited that even though it's been a very difficult year all over the world, we've been able to support our entrepreneurs and been able to make significant impact. And we are excited today to be celebrating our entrepreneurs who have been part of our story this year. While we wait for Mr. Fola Adeola to be able to connect with us, I want to also celebrate all of our entrepreneurs, those who are aspiring entrepreneurs, who took part in our Aspiring Entrepreneurs digital program. They connected from different parts of Nigeria. We are so excited to have you on the platform. Wherever you are on the platform, you could also wave, just wave, Then the host streams this year, and we're so excited to have all of you entrepreneurs on this our incubation program, which was sponsored by the government of Netherlands. It's an exciting one. Then we also have those who participated in the next economy. You're also right there in the room. It's so good to have you. We're excited to have you. Then we have the Aspiring Entrepreneurs Agro-Business Program. Aspiring Entrepreneurs Agro-Business Program, which is sponsored by Mitsubishi Corporation. We're excited to have you all. I forgot to mention that the Aspiring Entrepreneurs digital program was actually sponsored by Facebook. by the partnership of Facebook, we're able to take it across various states in Nigeria. It's an exciting work. Then I could see that we have those who are in the emerging entrepreneurs program as well. These are the people in the growth stage of their businesses who are looking to scale, to expand, and to deepen their impact in Nigeria and across Africa. We celebrate you as well. It's good to be graduating and celebrating you today. Then we have those who are in the Scaleup Lab program, particularly the Scaleup Lab agribusiness program. 20 of you, we are happy to celebrate you today. You're doing awesome work within the agribusiness space, and we hope that you're going to be doing more awesome work and making us proud as Faith Foundation. Once again, we are happy to have every one of you. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to be having a welcome address shortly. Okay. Kindly unmute Mr. Diola so that we can have him speak to us. Mr. Diola, we're anticipating your welcome address. We'd love to have you speak to us now. Hello, Mr. Fola Diola, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Finally, we have you. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. And I want to welcome everybody here. And I hope that if there are any protocols to keep, you will allow me to just keep the protocols. It's been a tough year, a different year, the kind of year that we have seen before. 2020. What with COVID. And we've been saddled with the need to keep ourselves safe and healthy, and drive our business to be able to survive. Livelihood, as they come to summarize. But there are also so many reasons why we are happy. And the event of today is one of such reasons. Number one. We're 20 years. We have been operating for 20 years. Come rain, come shine. We have been attending to people, trying to support and groom young people to be useful to themselves for 20 years. Relentlessly. That's what we have done. And therefore, the congratulations today to those who are graduating is twofold. One, they've completed their assignment, but they have also done it in our 20th year. So it's a double congratulations. It's a unique set. But while I congratulate them, my conversation this morning is slightly different from what I normally do. I normally share joy with them. I know so many of them will be asking themselves, my God, is this a path I should continue to drive? And it's a valid question, given what has happened in the year. Mine is to encourage them. It's the year that has also created so many people who have made tremendous wealth because of the special needs that was thrown up, or needs that were thrown up by the year. So you ask yourself, do I still keep faith? I believe so. I believe you should keep faith. But not just keep faith without action, without doing things, without reviewing things. So I said to you, look at your plan, review what you are doing. Are we still in order doing this? Is what we are doing still relevant? What do we need to change? That 2020 has suggested to us that, you know what, it's not going to be business as usual. We need to tinker with this. What are those things? Then we change them. Do we need to link up with new partners? Are there things that we are doing or we were doing before that we find that by linking up with other people, we can outsource them from them? How small can we get our overhead so that we continue to do what we are doing, but it's costing us less to do them? The next major item is liquidity. I believe that in 2020 and going forward is the name of the game. You need to be liquid. It's the corporation or the individual that errs on the side of liquidity that can respond to opportunities. Watch your numbers and keep to the side of liquidity. Liquidity in terms of own cash, liquidity in terms of available borrowing. Are we able to access facilities as we need them? We don't need to take them if we don't need them. But as opportunities arise, we know that there's a pot somewhere, appropriately priced. And to this extent, try to understand all these support programs that have been offered to the various governments, Lagos State, federal government, wherever you are located. What is available within that state? Poise yourself for them and wait for the need. And you know, when the opportunity arises, you know where to go very quickly. Number 3, the customers. They are the only reasons why we are on this journey. Why should A put her hand in her pocket and bring out cash to give to you? You must answer that question very, very, very clearly. In exchange for what? In other words, what are my products? What are my services? Unless it's charity, nobody exchanges money for zero. They get something in return. What are you giving them? All these you have received or you have been taught how to do. Well, look at them again. Sharpen your skills. What am I giving them? If it is not the product, if it is not the service, could it be how I deliver them? How the product is delivered? How the service is delivered? In COVID and post-COVID era, we've seen that delivery can be completely different. What we are doing today is evidence of a delivery. We are graduating online. You know, we've never done this in 20 years. This is the first time we're doing it. But the choice was, do we wait until we can physically gather? The scientists have told us that that's a bad idea. You don't gather now. Okay, so do we wait until everybody is vaccinated, or by some miracle, corona vanishes? We don't know when it's going to vanish. They're even telling us that we're going to live with it, and it's going to be here. So, through which other medium or media can we do what we do every time without missing it? This is one way. This is how we must examine our businesses and carry on in the face of the challenges. We might then find that, you know what, we're able to save a lot of money. There's no hall rental here, for example. There's no small shops here, for example. These are costs that we had incurred for 19 years, that we didn't have to incur this year. That must be an advantage, even though we have lost the other advantage of camaraderie, back slapping, seeing ourselves and laughing. But what is the next best? And we're satisfied with that. Keep close to your customers. Is it price that is of importance to them? Is it how we deliver? We're all trying to get better. Look at your cost. Am I at my most efficient? Things that I got away with in the past that nobody was sensitive to. Are they still insensitive to it? And even if they are, if I remove that, will I save some money? What can I shave? Constantly, what can I shave just to make my cost smaller and smaller? Even if my price is not reducing, at least I'm widening my margin. If I'm able to reduce this cost, what proportion of it do I want to pass to the customer? Even before they come to ask, what we find is if we're able to say to them what you were paying ₦1 for, we're now able to give it to you at 85 kobo, for example. The customer satisfaction and pleasure is enhanced. This is not a strategy class. This is not asking you to go through the same program again, but just bringing out the highlight to say to you, hold them tight. Hold them tight. Even bad times pass. And if you're able to attain a very high degree of efficiency in your business, when good times come, you're able to reap the reward. It's not about going back to normal. The normal is gone. What we have now is the new normal. Always being nimble, always keeping your cost low without losing efficiency, without losing quality. That's what we need to do. I just thought that I should, despite the fact that it's a day of celebration, I should touch on some of these things and say to you that it is doable. It is doable. Businesses are showing more profit where people have attended to some of the issues that I have raised. Yeah, I won't wait for you to tell me that businesses are also dying. If it is not monitored, if it is not managed, if we are not able to quickly, strategically reposition, death will occur. But if we continue to look at things and continue to engage those who utilize and pay for our services, I'm not suggesting that it's going to be easy. All I'm saying is that it's doable. And because we can show corporations in 2020 that have done better than they did before then, despite the harsh climate that 2020 brought, just by focusing on efficiency, managing liquidity, all to the advantage of the customer. The customers have kept them and prospered in that process. I say something every year when I have this opportunity to talk to you. It's not normal people that set up businesses, even in normal times. It is far much easier to go somewhere and every 30 days a check is written for you. That's your pay after tax. And then you plan your life on the basis of that pay. Except that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing absolutely. Except that we haven't created enough of those payers that are called employers in Nigeria to absorb the number of people that want to do that. And we have to ask ourselves, how do they get created? They get created through people like yourselves who have decided that, okay, we will accept that entrepreneurship is a compelling alternative to employment, a compelling alternative. And once we get it going, within 2-3 years, we get it going forever if we're able to manage it, if we're able to focus on some of these things, if we're able to look at succession, if we're able to be faithful to that which we are doing, and then we're able to do more, join those who pay the monthly checks by hiring more people because our businesses are growing. That is the choice that brought you to Faith Foundation. I have no doubt in my mind that it will not be all of you that will stay the course. But one thing I know for sure is that we will have significant prosperity and growth in those who stay the course. You have built a network of people, either as faculty or as co-participants. Today you'll be joining the huge alumni of Faith Foundation. You see what they do. You have a network that you can call upon. There's nothing that you'll be going through that somebody else is not going through. Find the person. You have the directory in your hand and engage and discuss. And from one person to another person, you may find that solution is closer to you than you thought. I want to wish you well. I want to wish you a prosperous journey, not without sweat, but one that makes you begin to enjoy the sweat. I want to wish you growth. And I want to wish you every happiness that comes along on that journey. It's the road less traveled, but the road that some people must travel. I want to congratulate you once again for the rigor of going through this, and for those who even brought some money out of their pocket to pay, for deeming it worth or worthy of what they are paid. We don't make a profit at Faith Foundation, no. The cost is as low as we can make it. And we also do look at some of these things, efficiency and so on and so forth, and pass the gains to those who come in there. I want to be able to run into you in a year's time, in 2 years' time, and hear the good stories that those who came before you have continued to tell me. Congratulations once again. And that's all I have for you. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Mr. Moderator or MC, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adiola, for that fantastic welcome address. One of the things my colleague Akinwande forgot to mention to all of you graduates is to ensure that you are taking down notes from this 5-10 minutes amazing speech that Mr. Adiola has given us. It's always a pleasure and always a great experience to have Mr. Adiola speak to us. So if you were not taking down notes, I mean, it's great that you can revisit this video and still listen to that welcome address, because it had quite a lot of nuggets and wisdom to nudge you on and push you on this entrepreneurial journey. Thank you once again, Mr. Adiola, for that. Now we will introduce our keynote speaker for this event. We are privileged and honored to have this year's speaker address us all the way from the UK. This year's address will be delivered by Ms. Anita, who is the CEO of the Youth Business International, an organization that proudly supports enterprise development organizations and entrepreneurs across the world to building innovative, successful, and sustainable businesses. To date, the Youth Business International is a proud supporter of 50 enterprise development organizations under her membership, for which Faith Foundation also belongs to. Anita is the CEO of Youth Business International and leads the global network's efforts to connect members and partners and young people to develop and scale new solutions that leverage the power of entrepreneurship to drive and scale new change. Anita has extensive experience in international development, human rights, and in leading global networks. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as we welcome Anita Thiessen, the CEO of the Youth Business International, to give and deliver the keynote address for this event. You're welcome, Anita. Over to you.
And then providing it. And most importantly, the creative, determined, and skillful entrepreneurs, those of you who have taken your ideas and turned them into successful businesses. Because as all of us here know, none of this is easy. Across the IBI Global Network, we have supported hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs to set up successful businesses. And from this experience, we know there are three things that are most critical in a budding entrepreneur making a success of their business. The first critical element is marrying your business idea with the real-world practical skills that turn a dream into a viable business. The structured expert support from entrepreneurship experts like Faith Foundation is fundamental to your success. In sharing his story, Faith graduate Femi Orugbemi, founder of the successful creative agency Zuri24, said that creatives can find it difficult to understand the harder edges of business. With Faith's support, he was grounded in systems, processes, and value creation, support that he describes as profound. The second critical factor is knowing that you can't do it alone. Whether it's getting the skills you need from Faith Foundation programs, being supported by an experienced business mentor, or building your own support network, it's essential to draw on the expertise and support of those who are committed to helping you succeed. Another Faith Aspiring Entrepreneurs graduate, who is now also graduating from this year's Scaleup Accelerator, is Sadat Salam, the founder of Easy Shop, Easy Cook. She knew that she needed expert support when she first conceived her business idea to solve challenges facing working women. And along with all the other expert training she received, she sings the praises of her business mentor, Hakeem Ogunaran, who has accompanied her for 10 years and now sits on her company's board. Faith Foundation, along with YBI members globally, believe absolutely in the crucial role that experienced mentors can and do play in guiding new entrepreneurs along their business journey. And I would like to take this opportunity to salute all the mentors in the Faith community. Your commitment is hugely appreciated and makes a powerful difference. And finally, the third critical factor, indeed the make or break element, the entrepreneurial mindset. The belief in yourself and your business idea, the willingness to fail, learn, and start again. The resolve and grit to tackle problems head on, seize opportunities, and persevere through thick and thin. Toyin Bakare, who runs her family's second-generation business, SAS Textiles, exemplifies this perseverance. 2 of her business locations were significantly impacted by the recent vandalization and looting. Despite the significant damage and loss of inventory, Toyin has since then demonstrated real leadership in adversity by galvanizing other entrepreneurs around her whose businesses were also vandalized to advocate for required changes to mitigate future occurrences. As I said at the start, it's that entrepreneurial resilience that I want to celebrate today. The resilience that each and every one of you here today already has, and no doubt will demonstrate many times over in your business journey. Starting with the determination you have to turn your idea into a business or to grow that business, encountering so many challenges along the way, from the everyday issues of cash flow, production problems, and baffling bureaucracy, to the more profound challenges of external economic or political shocks. That resilience, or what we now call grit, is going to be ever more critical in a rapidly changing and unpredictable world. Recognizing this, YBI has published research into the importance of entrepreneurial soft skills for the future and designed training for entrepreneurs to help develop the 4 key sets of skills: interpersonal, creativity and problem solving, opportunity and risk management, and growth mindset. And it's the last set of skills that includes grit, agility, and a constant striving to learn and adapt. As those of you who are graduating today will know, those are among the skills that Fate Foundation has helped equip you with, combining practical business know-how with a deeper understanding of how to unlock your personal potential. And if there has ever been a year in which your resilience has been tested, 2020 has been that year. The year that COVID-19 hit the world, dramatically affecting the lives, health, and livelihoods of many millions around the world and exposing fault lines in our communities and societies. Micro, small, and medium businesses, the lifeblood of economies globally, have been hardest hit by public lockdowns, service sector restrictions, and supply chain disruptions. And here in Nigeria, the recent wave of violence and destruction has created yet more instability and real challenge, real damage to the businesses and prospects of entrepreneurs. For all of us in the YBI network and in the Fate Foundation community, equipping young entrepreneurs to adapt and survive through these shocks has been our sole purpose in this unprecedented year. That's why Fate Foundation launched its Business Recovery Program for all Fate graduates suffering from the impacts of COVID and vandalism. Fate has also secured financial support for some 800 business owners in the region of 655 million naira. And throughout the year, Fate continually published research into the evolving situation for entrepreneurs to inform its own work, but also to influence the wider government response. And for you, the owners of established businesses, or those starting on your entrepreneurship path, this has really been an incredibly challenging year. A year in which your own resilience has been tested like never before. Survey results published by Fate Foundation earlier in the year showed that virtually all of the 2,000 businesses surveyed said the pandemic had a serious negative effect on their businesses, especially cash flow, sales, and revenue. And of those who responded, most were running micro enterprises in businesses operating for less than 5 years, with the majority of founders under 35. Yet despite these truly profound challenges, nearly half of the business owners believed they will survive the pandemic, and a similar number could see opportunities in the crisis. Opportunities to develop new products or services, to expand or diversify their business, and to innovate their business model. And beyond the survival of their own businesses, increasing numbers of entrepreneurs are stepping up in trade and industry associations, both at state and federal level, to advocate for positive policy changes for small and medium business owners. That is extraordinary optimism in an otherwise very pessimistic year, but it's an optimism that does not surprise me, because it speaks to the entrepreneurial mindset and entrepreneurial resilience. Knocked back by a crisis, that spirit leads entrepreneurs to think opportunistically and act with agility. We've seen this not only in Nigeria, but also across the YBI Global Network. Through our COVID-19 Rapid Response and Recovery Program, which Fate is now a part of, we've provided critical support to entrepreneurs at this time of need. And from this global response, we've gleaned 3 critical areas in which entrepreneurs need and value support at this time, in addition to immediate financial assistance. First, stimulating and supporting business pivots that are essential for survival and growth. This has included repurposing core offerings and creating add-on services, reaching new markets, and innovating services and pricing models. I know from experience here in Nigeria and across our membership in Africa, this kind of support has included fashion businesses shifting to the production of protection equipment, making market connections between agribusiness and food delivery services, and developing motorcycle repair services to respond to the growth in boda-boda deliveries. Second, enabling digital solutions that offer the promise of survival and new ways of working. From the Faith survey I mentioned earlier, a significant majority of businesses felt they couldn't convert completely to a digital offer. But what we've seen from the experience in many countries where business owners had little digital knowledge or presence at the start of 2020, rapidly developing online marketing or digital customer connections has helped businesses continue to trade. And while many of these businesses will not become wholly digital, it's clear that a stronger digital element will be a crucial part of business resilience in the future. And finally, the absolute priority of supporting emotional resilience. Earlier, I said that successful entrepreneurs know that they can't do it all alone. And this year, that personal support, business advice, and wider sense of community has been critical. Again, across YBI's global network, we've supported our community of mentors with crisis management skills and gone virtual with our soft skills training for entrepreneurs across continents. And what we've heard from young entrepreneurs at this time is how important it has been to have a chance to connect with other entrepreneurs who are also struggling, to share the burden, to be inspired by the solutions of others. And how irreplaceable mentors have been, supporting you as people as well as business owners and always having your back. What we've heard from young entrepreneurs at this time is how important it has been to have the chance to connect with other entrepreneurs who are also struggling, to share the burden and to be inspired by their solutions, and how irreplaceable mentors have been, supporting you as people as well as business owners and always having your back. Because as one young entrepreneur said, it's not just about cash flow, it's also about my own confidence. I know that those of you who are graduating today will have built a strong community within the Fate world, and those who are already trading will have been drawing on the relationships you have built over the years. Please know that we are here to support you and that you yourselves can be a great support to each other. For those of you who are weathering the storm, seeing the opportunities to adapt or reinvent your businesses, who have summoned all your energy to keep going, I stand in awe of your determination and resilience. I would like to close today by sharing words of encouragement from two people in YBI's global community. Basil Aladdin, a Syrian refugee now living in Sweden and supported by YBI's member there, says, "My advice to all entrepreneurs out there is to keep on fighting. Don't give up. Try to run your business viably enough to keep it living, because this too shall pass. There is a time after Corona." And Reggie Romlokan, YBI's Mentor of the Year 2020 from Trinidad and Tobago, for whom being a mentor has been a life-changing experience. Reggie said that simply by being genuine, mentors can unlock the potential in entrepreneurs, help them to become a better version of themselves, and create something better that the world needs. Thank you, good luck, and stay strong.
Thank you very, very much for that insightful keynote address. Anita Essien, the CEO, Youth Business International. By the way, it's important to let the whole world know that YBI has been a great supporter of Faith Foundation over the years. Through the support of our membership in YBI, we've been able to do a lot, particularly during this difficult year, the pandemic year. So we're very grateful to YBI. Thank you, Anita Essien, for all you do. We are very, very grateful indeed. So right now, I'm going to hand over to my colleague, as we get into the virtual graduation proper. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Akinwande. Faith Foundation's annual graduation ceremony celebrates all our entrepreneurs who have entrusted to us with their entrepreneurial journey over the course of the calendar year. This year's graduation ceremony is particularly special as it is part of a week-long celebration showcasing Faith Foundation's 20th year anniversary. Over the last 20 years, we have graduated over 6,000 entrepreneurs from our flagship programs, reached over 180 entrepreneurs from and over 6,000 entrepreneurs from our flagship programs and from 24 states in our workshops and short courses. We have also published 12 research reports on the Nigerian entrepreneurship ecosystem. I think that this particular spot deserves a round of applause. Specifically in 2020, Faith Foundation rose to the challenge of effectively supporting Nigerian MSMEs during the pandemic by fully pivoting to virtual programs. The time has come now. Our graduates and their family members, loved ones and friends have been waiting for this moment. We will now begin the graduation ceremony. To all our graduates, please ensure that you have close to you a family member, a friend, or a loved one who will be formally presenting and handing your certificates to you. We will now begin the certificate presentation, and we will begin with our startup programs. The first on the list would be the Next Economy Entrepreneurship Training Program and the Next Economy Incubation Program. Both programs are funded by the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the Netherlands and in partnership with Crosswise Works. The TNE program is designed to empower African youths to unleash their talents, build their confidence, and hone the skills they need for a successful career in a job or as an entrepreneur. This is the 5th year where we are implementing the Next Economy program, by the way. We began this program in 2016. And we are running this program again in the 6th year. May I quickly pause and just take a step back? We would like to begin with the Aspiring Entrepreneurs program. Under the Aspiring Entrepreneurs big umbrella program, we have several sub-programs underneath it. We will start with the Aspiring Entrepreneurs Agribusiness program, which is in partnership with Mitsubishi Corporation and is a program targeted at entrepreneurs within the agribusiness ecosystem who are between the ages of 18 and 35 of age and who also are the early stages of their businesses. This year, we are graduating a total number of 40 entrepreneurs from our Aspiring Entrepreneurs Agribusiness program. Will all our graduates now from the AEP Agribusiness program please turn on your videos as we share this special moment with you?
Congratulations to all of you. Kindly.
Mitsubishi Corporation, join us this morning. Mr. Makoto Saito, Mr. Bambo Adebowale, Mr. Innocent Eluagu, if you're with us, thank you for joining us this morning and sharing in our celebration. Let the celebration and the ceremony continue. Our agribusiness entrepreneurs, we need to see you and see your family members. Hand over to you your certificates now. Please, everyone, turn on your videos.
Congratulations to you all. We are so excited to have you. Congratulations. We are so excited to have you graduate today. Woo! Congratulations. Yes, I can see the presentations. That's good. Congratulations.
Fantastic. Keep showing that to us and to everyone. If you do have your certificates, I see people with their parents. This is fantastic. This is lovely.
Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. This is so beautiful. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you again to Mitsubishi. Thank you very much, Mitsubishi Corporation. Thank you for this partnership. It's been an amazing time working with you to help uplift and support these entrepreneurs within the agribusiness space. Thank you very much. We will now move on to our Aspiring Entrepreneurs digital program. The virtual edition of our Aspiring Entrepreneurs digital program in partnership with Facebook. This year we had 8 streams. Imagine this year with all the corona and the pandemic situation that we went through, Faith Foundation, like I mentioned earlier, quickly, strategically pivoted to virtual learning, and we had 8 streams of our Aspiring Entrepreneurs digital program this year in the following states across the country. So this year we had the program in Rivers State, in Lagos State, Cross River, Kwara, Edo, Ogun, Abia, and Enugu with with 240 participants, 30 per cohort, that cuts across the various sectors within the entrepreneurship space. This program, like I mentioned, is in partnership with Facebook Nigeria, targeted at entrepreneurs in the early stages and years of business existence, startups that have already launched their businesses within the ages of 25 and 40 years. This partnership with Facebook to implement the AEP digital program was an amazing, amazing one, both for the entrepreneurs and for us from here at Faith Foundation. Now, will all our graduates from the Aspiring Entrepreneurs digital program turn on your videos now as we share this special moment with you. Congratulations to
want to thank our partners, Facebook, for this amazing opportunity to work with them to be able to deliver this program. Thank you all, Mr. Phil, Odoa, Hadora. Thank you, every one of you representing Facebook. We really, really appreciate and we celebrate you. Please, a round of applause for Facebook Incorporated. Okay, so we're going to be going to the Emerging Entrepreneurs Program right now, the EEP. Emerging Entrepreneurs Program, it's specially designed for those who are experienced in business, who have been running their businesses for over 5 years, and they are at a growth stage or expansion stage of the business where they intend to scale their operations, expand across the nation, and also deepen their impact in Nigeria and across Africa. And this year we have 14 of them graduating from our program. So I would like to have the EEP entrepreneurs kindly turn on your videos as we celebrate you, seeing you receive videos. Woo! Beautiful. I can see one exciting moment here. So I can see a mother that presented certificate to son during AEP, also receiving certificate from his son for the EEP, the Holudiquest. Congratulations. This is really, really exciting. Congratulations to every one of you. This is a beautiful one. I can see you all. Emmanuel, Odolua, Hejiro, Chioma, BC, Chinoye, Mujirade, Folajimi. I can see you all. Congratulations. Congratulations. Right now we're moving over to Scaleup Lab Accelerator Program. For this program, through the partnership of our partner, African Capital Alliance Foundation, we were able to design this program. It started in 2017, and this year we were able to scale from having just 10 people traditionally in class to be able to impact 20 entrepreneurs across the nation. Essentially, this program is designed for high growth potential businesses who are looking to scale their operations, particularly with the support in some key areas like product design, access to market and access to linkages. And this year we are excited to graduate 20 entrepreneurs in this cohort. So will the entrepreneurs within the Scaleup Lab agribusiness program kindly turn on your videos as we celebrate you. Congratulations, congratulations. We are excited to have you all. Please turn on your videos. Let's see you all. Only the Scaleup Lab agribusiness entrepreneurs. We are excited to see you. Congratulations. Congratulations. It's a beautiful one. We'll celebrate you all. Congratulations. And thank you once again, African Capital Alliance Foundation, for the support. We want to celebrate Ms. Howard and Ms. Wendy, for duly representing the African Capital Alliance Foundation. Thank you for your support. We are really, really so grateful. And right now, yes, please, a round of applause. Okay, so right now we're going to be, inviting the Orange Corners Nigeria entrepreneurs. Orange Corners Nigeria entrepreneurs to do the certificate presentation. So the Essien Orange Corners, please talk about the Essien.
Okay. So the Orange Corners Nigeria program, in partnership with the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands, is focused on young Nigerian entrepreneurs and businesses within the secular economy, agriculture, education, health, and creative industries. The program was officially launched in Nigeria in July 2019, and so far we have run 3 cohorts of the incubation program and 1 batch of the student ambassadors program, providing enterprise development training to innovative, aspiring entrepreneurs in Lagos, Nigeria. Entrepreneurs admitted to the Orange Corners Nigeria program have access to the right knowledge, tools, network, and funding provided by the Netherlands Enterprise Agency to help them start and grow sustainable businesses. This year, we celebrate the graduation of 40 entrepreneurs and 5 student ambassadors from the program. Can we please ask our Orange Corners incubators or incubatees to turn on your videos? Please turn on your videos as we celebrate you.
Okay. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
Can we have our Orange Corners incubatees on the screen, please? Orange Corners incubatees, please, on the screen. We'll have you shortly.
Congratulations.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, everybody. We are also very excited to have our partners from the Essien join us this morning. Thank you, Bentley. If you are here, also please turn on your video so we all can see you. Thank you for joining and sharing this special moment in this celebration with us, Bentley. I know that you have your son close to you as well, so if he's there, we'd like to see. Thank you, Bentley. A round of applause. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for, just closely working with us to ensure that these incubatees get the best of knowledge, get the best of resource in terms of funding and every other type of support, partnerships that we have both and jointly ensured that rise up and become partners in the program, and then also the funding really has helped them to, for those who join the program at the ideation stage, to build prototypes of their products or services and launch it in the market and also, test how the market responds to that and all of that. So we're really, really grateful for the close partnership we've had and the work that we've had so far since July 2019, when the Orange Corners Nigeria Incubation Program was launched. So thank you very much, Bentley. Thank you, Abel. I know you're not here joining us today, but thank you as well for all the mentorship and the coordination to ensure that Orange Corners incubatees have a fantastic experience. We have our incubatees on the screen right now.
Congratulations to every one of
Congratulations.
you. Woo!
Congratulations. Can we see your certificates and someone handing it over to you? Our incubatees. Well done.
Beautiful,
well done.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
Eric, we see you. We see you, Kafilat. We see you, Damilare. Olabayo. We see every one of you. Favor, Rashid, Fela, Ayobami, Ifai, Esther, Adiola. We see all of you. Kafilat, Idris. Well done, and congratulations. Eric, I love the way you're smiling. Just keep it going.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you again, everybody. Okay.
All right. So now that we have all of our graduates receive their certificate from their loved one in the comfort of their home or wherever it is that they choose to do that, virtually, we would like to introduce the valedictorian for this set. The valedictorian for this set is Uju Uzo-Ojinnaka, who actually completed the Scaleup Lab agribusiness this year. Uju Uzo-Ojinnaka is a wife and mother to 4 children. She obtained her first degree from University of Lagos. She also has a global executive MBA from China Europe International Business School. She is a founder, CEO, Traders of Africa, a Pan-African online marketplace for products grown, produced, and manufactured in Africa, and also the Africa Trade Invest, a Pan-Africa digital trade and investment platform for African trade. Uju won the Entrepreneurship World Cup Nigeria in 2019. She is an e-founder fellow and currently the co-chair of Alibaba e-founder ambassador in Nigeria. Uju wears many caps, and we are excited today to have Uju, who is the valedictorian, deliver the valedictory speech. You're welcome, Uju. Good to have you.
Thank you so much. For many of us, the year 2020 showed great promise. Then COVID-19 happened. People and businesses all over the world were hit hard by the effects of the virus. We all had to make sacrifices. And just when things were starting to kind of normalize, we had EndSARS, or the EndSWAT protests, forcing the country to impose yet another curfew, another challenge for people and businesses across Nigeria. Yet, because of his commitment towards enabling Nigerian businesses, Faith Foundation found a way to gather all of us, entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs, for this year's program in a way that is no less challenging but beneficial to us all. We have not only learned how to start our entrepreneurship journeys, but how to scale and expand our businesses, as well as attract potential investors and strategic partners. The founder, chairman of Faith Foundation, Mr. Fola Adiola, our keynote speaker, Ms. Anita, the board of directors and the entire staff of Faith Foundation, volunteer faculty, mentors and sponsors across all programs, graduating class of 2020, friends and families of the graduates, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed. My name is Uju Uzo-Ojinnaka, founder CEO Traders of Africa. TOFA is a Pan-African online marketplace for products grown, produced or manufactured in Africa only. I feel a sense of accomplishment having completed the Scaleup Lab agribusiness program. It is an honor to give this valedictorian speech this memorable year as Faith Foundation celebrates 20 years of enabling Nigerian businesses. I am here speaking on behalf of the 400 graduates who participated in 5 faith programs this year. The Next Economy Program, Orange Corners Incubation Program, Aspiring Entrepreneurship Program AEP, Imagine Entrepreneur Programs EEP, and of course our class, the Scaleup Lab Agribusiness Program. I wish to thank you immensely, Mr. Fola Adeola, for the gift of Faith Foundation to Nigeria. Thank you, sir. I would like to appreciate the staff of Faith Foundation headed by Ms. Adenike Adeyemi, the facilitators, mentors, and advisors of the various faith programs, not only for successfully organizing the 2020 programs, but for the last 20 years. You have graduated over 6,000 entrepreneurs and impacted on over 180,000 entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs in 24 states of our country. Amazing. Thank you. 3 years ago, while studying for my Global Executive MBA in China Europe International Business School, I conceptualized and founded Traders of Africa. It is a B2B platform. We are strictly a point of convergence. We don't keep stock. Many people ask me, why a marketplace? Why start TOFA? And I say, it all started because of groundnuts. Having worked in various Nigerian banks for 9 years, I joined my husband in our family business, Benin's Construction Depot. BCD deals on various construction finishing products like tiles, light fittings, switches and sockets, doors, importing majorly from China. 10 years down the line in 2016, I felt I needed to scale our operations. Whilst on that, I felt more that I needed a broadening of my mindset to possibilities. Therefore, I enrolled in the Global Executive MBA of the China Europe International Business School. By the way, I am the class president of the Zurich Gemba 2016. In early 2017, the federal government of Nigeria placed FS controls. Dollar was scarce. So we found it quite difficult settling our invoices in China, and we're looking for someone to do a swap with us. One of my cohorts introduced me to an agropreneur in Accra. She had an Indian buyer who was interested in buying 20 containers of granules. We sent samples. Of course, you know granules are grown in Nigeria, right? We sent samples were approved, and order was placed. But we were unable to find anywhere to buy granules. Remember, I wasn't in the business of agribusiness. So excitedly, we went online, checked various platforms like Alibaba, found a few suppliers, sent messages to them, but nobody responded. We tried placing calls, nothing. To cut a short story shorter, we lost that transaction. We couldn't supply. A few days down the line, I woke up in the middle of the night. I couldn't understand how I could let such a transaction slip through my fingers. I could not, how was it possible that I couldn't find a large deposit of granules to supply in order to get my FX? I couldn't believe how the Chinese, the Indians buy from Africa. How were they doing it? Where were they seeing those orders? That night, I couldn't believe there was no website where anyone could go and see products from Nigeria or even from Africa and know where to get what. That night, the only person that came to my mind was Mr. Jack Ma. That night, I felt his frustration when he couldn't find Chinese beer on the internet. That night, I read everything I could read on Mr. Jack Ma. I watched documentaries I could watch. And that night, I took a resolve to build that platform and to build it immediately. Because if not me, who? If not now, when? In conceptualizing the platform, I wanted it to be Pan-African from the get-go. So we started in 5 African countries: Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya, Ghana, and Nigeria. My resolve was strengthened when we contacted various farming communities and saw their need for visibility. 4 months later, on September 1, 2017, we launched the Traders of Africa platform in Accra, Ghana. However, you will think that because we've built the platform, things will be very rosy, everything will just work out fine. No. Though buyers and sellers meet on the platform, and we have escrow in conjunction with EcoBank Transnational, trade was not occurring. And we realized it was because of 2 key issues: trust and payment terms. We saw a great distrust between buyers and sellers. None was willing to make the first move. Also, while most buyers want to pay via various payment terms like LCs, DPs, CADs, most African suppliers want to be paid in cash. They say it's cash and carry. And so, to solve these trust issues, we built an offline part of the platform. We call it the Source Pro unit. Through this, we became buyers to sellers and sellers to buyers, still without keeping any content, and have amassed a web of field agents all over the continent and create jobs for the locals. To solve the payment issues, we built AfricanTradeInvest.com, ATI. ATI is a Pan-African digital platform for funding and investing in African trade. So genuine suppliers of African products who have confirmed orders backed by an acceptable payment terms could go to the platform and request for funding. Their funding requests are broken into units and offered to individuals, companies, groups all over the world to invest in and earn a share of the profit. Please don't think that this has been easy. The last 3 years has been one roller coaster. We have been boiled down with various challenges, ranging from lack of trust on the part of the sellers, the buyers, the investors, low product quality, lack of packaging, people trying to cheat you in everywhere, not just in Nigeria, in every part of Africa, in fact all over the world, even the buyers. Funding was a big issue. But in spite of all of these challenges, we had a revenue of $2.1 million last year. We're set to do $5 million this year, and we project to do $10 million next year. We are on a very long journey. We need to build our strategic partnerships in order to deepen our operations. We need to scale our operations to other African countries and currencies. We need to deepen our threefold credibility on the part of our suppliers, our buyers, and of course the investors. However, though we are building the African breadth, there is an urgent need to have a Nigerian debt. COVID-19 has shown that indeed we need to solidify our local Nigerian operations. Hence, I applied for the Faith Foundation's Scaleup Lab Agribusiness Program. By the way, I am the class governor of the 2020 Scaleup Lab Agribusiness Program. Thank you guys for the vote of confidence. The most interesting thing about the Faith programs is that the facilitators are not just your typical lecturers. Faith Foundation assembled a team of entrepreneurs who are walking the talk. Hence, the lessons were as practical as they come. To teach collaboration in agriculture, we had Mrs. Edobong Akpabio. She's the Chief Marketing Officer of Organic Green Animalia Farms, a member of several associations and trade groups. Because of her, I am now a certified member of the Institute of Agribusiness Management of Nigeria, IAMN. To facilitate valuation, business valuation for investment and becoming investment ready, we had a VC come to talk to us in the person of Mr. Olumide Lawson of Sahel Capital. We had Mr. Sadiq Usman, director in flour mills, take us on scaling operational capacity. And on agribusiness ecosystem mapping, we had African Farmer Mogaji, just to mention but a few. The facilitators gave willingly, not just their time, but connections, and indeed anything they could do to make us successful, including telling us their own failures. I remember all too well African farmer Mogaji selling Ejiro's granola and peanut butter on his Facebook channel. To echo Mr. Fola Adiola, aspiring, starting and running a business is difficult. More so in our country where it seems as if all the odds are all against you. For aspiring entrepreneurs, as you design innovative solutions, remember to empathize with the users. Clearly define the challenges, make a prototype and test your designs. Do not forget to get feedback and implement where necessary. Remember to always design with the customer in mind. For those of us who have managed to start our businesses and are looking to scale, I want to encourage us to develop a workable plan for our business continuity. Manage cash flow and employees properly, and collaborate with business associations in order to transform our sector's value chain. In whatever stage you are, you must be tenacious so as to succeed against all odds. Entrepreneurship is about solving one problem after another. For us at TOFA, it was visibility. Then we created tradersofafrica.com. Now we have SourcePro Unit, the offline part, and we have ATI, the funding part. And we're ready to solve whatever issue that we inhibit trade with and within Africa. I enjoin all of us to be flexibly fast, be adaptive, keep innovating, don't grow weary, never get tired, never give up. Most of all, keep in mind that the health and safety of not only yourself, but the people around you supersedes all else. No business objective is so important that it should be done at the expense of safety. Fellow graduates, in the course of our programs, we have all listened to each other. We have seen our innovative solutions, and we know where we can be of mutual benefit to each other. Friendships have been formed, and bonds have been strengthened. It is important for us at this time to utilize this connection to create the much-needed partnerships. I am happy to report that it has already started, of course, in our class, between Peter of Jerusha Rice and Saudat of Easy Shop, Easy Cook, and so many more people. Remember, for our country, Nigeria, to sustain its business boom, it all begins with me and you. How can you continue to contribute to the growing economy of our country, Nigeria? How may you be of assistance and motivate other budding entrepreneurs? How may we collaborate? How may we collaborate with Faith Foundation? I charge each and every one of us with the responsibility of joining the Faith alumni and giving back to others what we have learned from our program and the lessons from our implementations, so that in a few years, when we look back at today, we would be proud of what we have gained here and how we have been able to put it to the use for the benefit of all. Happy 20th anniversary Faith Foundations. Congratulations to all of us, the graduates.
Well done, Uju. Thank you very much for sharing that insightful speech and message, loud message, like you, then when they say loud message to every one of us. Thank you very much again, and for being here live at the studio, sharing with us. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Another round of applause for Uju. Okay, so very quickly, we're going to backtrack just a little bit. So during the ceremony, the graduation ceremony, we didn't miss out, but we had some technical problems and challenges, and we're not going to be able to view the Next Economy Entrepreneurship and Incubatees on the screen. So we took on the other classes, but we've been able to sort that out just a bit. And so our Next Economy entrepreneurs, are you ready? We're ready for you. Just like I mentioned before, both programs, the Next Economy Entrepreneurship and Incubation Program, are funded by the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the Netherlands. And in partnership with Crosswise Works, the TNE program is designed to empower African youth to unleash their talents, to build their confidence, and to hone their skills that they need for a successful career in a job or as entrepreneurs. This is the 5th year, like I mentioned earlier, where we are implementing and running the Next Economy program in partnership with Crosswise Works to implement this program in Lagos, Nigeria. This year, we implemented the TNE Entrepreneurship Program targeted at idea stage entrepreneurs with the aim to support them in building the right structure and prototype of a product or a service. We also implemented the TNE Incubation Program, which was targeted at entrepreneurs who have already existing businesses with the proof of a business concept and who are at the point where they need some form of investment and they are investment ready and they need support to grow their already existing businesses. Through these programs, we are graduating today 44 entrepreneurs, and now will all our graduates from the TNE Entrepreneurship and Incubation Program please turn on your video as we share this special moment with you as well. From the Crosswise Works here with us, Malu, Diwi, Folkir, if you're here, Elemeke, Judith, we see you and we thank you for the work that you do with us. Fantastic. Thank you. Another round of applause. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Crosswise Works. Thank you for trusting us with this as we continue to implement this program jointly with you. At this time, we would like to welcome the President of the Faith Alumni Executive Committee, Mr. Max Menkiti, to address the graduating class and formally introduce them and welcome them into the Faith Alumni community. Mr. Max Menkiti is the President of a prestigious hospitality facility, Millennium Apartments, and is a Faith alumnus who graduated from our Faith Emerging Entrepreneurs Program, Class 15 and 26. So he did this program twice. Wonder what's the spice in the program? I'm sure he'll be able to tell you that. Welcome, Mr. Max Menkiti. You are very welcome, and thank you for joining us live from the studio. A round of applause for Mr. Max.
Wow. Hello, everybody, globally. Thank you very much. I think the way to start would be the normal convention. Standing on all established protocols, I'd like to continue. So today is an exciting day. Today is a very, very, very important day to me and to a lot of entrepreneurs. We all started 2020 with great vision, ideas of what we were going to do in the business environment. And then COVID-19 hit. With COVID, all rules changed. And for Faith Foundation, being the 20th year, we, in the association, try to still stay relevant. And working with Faith Foundation, they were able to take all their programs digital. And that has meant that today has been possible. Today, 400 entrepreneurs are graduating right across the whole spectrum. Different programs, the Agro Lab, programs, the program sponsored by Orange Corner. Hello? Okay, right. So right across, different programs, Orange Corners, the Agri Scaleup, the EEP, 400 hardy entrepreneurs decided that they would go on a journey despite what COVID was doing. Through it all, they showed resilience. They sought to gain knowledge so that they could be relevant in the new economy emerging. And today, I'd say congratulations to each and every one of you. Success is a journey, and success is not really an event, it's a journey. As such, it is my pleasure as the president of the EXCO of the Faith Foundation Alumni Association to welcome you into our alumni community. The Faith alumni community is a vibrant community, and it's a dynamic community. Today I'm wearing two hats. I'm wearing the hat of an entrepreneur that has gone through two times. One moment, please. Yes, okay. All right. I'm fine, don't worry. Thank you. Okay, so I'll just rewind a few seconds. Today I'm wearing two hats. One as an entrepreneur that has gone through two programs, two EEP programs. The EEP 15, which was regular, and the reloaded EEP 26, which is a product of the digital pivot that Faith Foundation did. And I'm also wearing the hat of the president of the Alumni Association. As someone who has gone through the program, just like you graduating today, I understand what you're going through. And I understand as an entrepreneur that sometimes things can be very, very lonely. Things can be difficult in business, looking for answers, looking for staff. Things can be very, very, very tough, especially in our environment and especially with the new normal, as they say. This is where the Alumni Association comes into play. It offers you a community that is designed to solve a lot of those problems. When I started out my journey as a young entrepreneur in Lagos, it was very lonely. The problems I faced in business, I felt they were just uniquely my problems. But when I came into the Faith community, I found other entrepreneurs. I found an ecosystem where we could get answers from each other. I found an organization that was ready to continue supporting us even after the programs had ended. So, in the Faith alumni community, you're going to find continuous support. You're going to find growth. You're going to find people that are 2 steps ahead of you who you can ask questions. You're going to find networking. You're going to also find programs that are designed to help you long after you've finished this class today. It's a dynamic environment, and it's going to keep evolving. The good thing is Faith has pivoted fantastically into digital, and that has enabled us reach a whole new spectrum of entrepreneurs. Lagos, Port Harcourt, Aba, up north, all over Nigeria. So, to round off, I welcome you on behalf of the Alumni Exco to a wonderful community that is vibrant, that is designed to deliver success to you, because success is a journey and it's not an event. The graduation event will end today, but your success journey continues. Welcome. I hope to see you all soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Max Menkiti, for that, and for formally welcoming our entrepreneurs, graduates from this year's program into the Faith alumni community. We appreciate you, and thank you for all the work that you do. Another round of applause for Mr. Max Menkiti. Okay, so now we're going to relax just a little bit. I would like to enjoin you to welcome Tarrah one more time, who will be delivering a special performance and a song, one of her own songs, by Tarrah Ejugbo of AP Digital Class 70. She's a seasoned music songbird. She writes and produces her own music. And by the way, to find and listen to more amazing music from Tarrah, her Instagram handle is I am Tarrah Music. You will find more, and you can thank me later. Her Instagram handle again is I am Tarrah Music. Let's put our hands together as we relax in this time and listen to wonderful music from Tarrah. Over to you, Tarrah.
Thank you so much. It's such a privilege to be back here. I call this place home. You know, I came to Faith Foundation confused, and I left with purpose. You know, I decided to, pursue my dreams, and I left with direction. So I'd like to encourage everyone graduating today to apply everything you have learned in Faith Foundation. It's indeed a place to go home. Okay, I'll be doing a song titled My Way. And so as you begin this journey, I hope that you find a new life, new beginnings, and everything goes your way.
It's a new life, it's a new day, a new beginning, everything's going my way. I can take the moon and I can even catch a falling star. I'm gonna run like the wind, making all my dreams come true. I believe I can be anything I wanna be. Oh, everything I wanna be. I believe I can be anything I wanna be. Oh, everything I wanna be. I've got freedom, I've got hope, I've got a new beginning and everything that I want. Nothing's gonna ever stop me, nothing's gonna bring me down. Yeah, I'm gonna run like the wind, making all my dreams come true. I believe I can be anything I wanna be. Oh, everything I wanna be. I believe that I can be anything I wanna be. Oh, everything. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's a new life, it's a new day, a new beginning, everything's going my way, everything's going my way.
So I'll be doing another song titled Jump. Don't stay on the sideline. With everything you have, with everything you've learned, jump into your dreams. There's never ever going to be a perfect time for you to take that bold step and do what you're called to do and fulfill purpose. So jump.
There's never going to be a perfect time. Nobody may give you a single dime. Take the lemons life has dealt you and make it wine. You will not burn, you will not drown, yeah, you'll be fine. There's never going to be a perfect time. Nobody may give you a single dime. Take the lemons life has dealt you and make it wine. You will not burn, you will not drown, yeah, you'll be fine. Don't you hesitate, don't stay on the sideline, jump into your dreams. The world is waiting for you. Wanema bange die empty. Don't you hesitate, don't stay on the sideline, jump into your dreams. The world is waiting for you. Wanema bange die empty. You've only got one chance to roll the dice. Nobody ever got to be here twice. To take a chance and leave your dreams, you must be wise. You'll make it through, yes you will see, you'll turn out nice. You've only got one chance to roll the dice. Nobody ever got to be here twice. To take a chance and lead your dreams, you must be wise. You'll make it through, yes you will see, you'll turn out nice. Don't you hesitate, don't stay on the sideline. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wanema bange die empty. Don't you hesitate, don't stay on the sideline, jump into your dreams, jump into your dreams. Wanema bange die empty. You gotta jump, don't stay on the sideline, jump. Jump into your dreams now, jump. Don't stay on the sideline, jump. Jump into your dreams, jump.
Thank you very much, Tarrah. That was a very, very beautiful performance. Thank you very much. And once again, if you like to get more of our music, please just go over to Instagram. Our handle is Tarrah Music on our platform. Thank you very much once again. Thank you, everyone. You've been following this, you've been with us. We are excited to have you. It's the 2020 annual graduation ceremony. And right now, I'm going to be introducing one of our directors to introduce to us the Nigeria Entrepreneurs Handbook series that we've developed in partnership with 7 reputable organizations for entrepreneurs within our ecosystem. I would like to invite Juliet Ejugbo, the country manager for Google and also a director at Faith Foundation. Juliet, hello. We would like you to unmute as you take this session for us. Please celebrate Juliet.
Is segmented into chapters that address key themes and segmented into chapters that address key themes and segmented into chapters that address key themes and segmented into chapters that Because we recognize the importance of, can you mute if you're not speaking? I can hear an echo. Can you mute if, thank you. Guide and knowledge resource. If you can just mute, please, if you're not speaking. Thank you. To aspiring and emerging entrepreneurs, not only across Nigeria, but across the continent. The complete book set, which will be ready from February 2021, is now available for pre-order on the Fate Foundation website at fatefoundation.org/books. We hope you will each be able to get at least one for yourself and also for all the aspiring and existing entrepreneurs around you. So thank you very much, and over to you, Oge and Akinwade.
Presentation of our entrepreneurship handbook, and thank you also for everything you do as a director at Fate Foundation. We are very, very grateful. Right now, I'm going to be inviting Larry Odufuwa, who is the team lead, primary markets listing, the Nigeria Stock Exchange, who is going to be speaking about the growth board for the Nigeria Stock Exchange. Recently, Fate Foundation signed a partnership with the Nigeria Stock Exchange to get businesses listed on the growth board of the Nigeria Stock Exchange. This is our next level of expansion and growth as far as our organization is concerned in providing support to businesses, and we hope to get as many of our businesses listed on the Nigeria Stock Exchange within the next couple of years. So I'd like to invite Larry Odufuwa to do his presentation. Larry, you're welcome. Over to you, please.
commend the graduating set. While 2020 has been a very interesting year, and as the last speaker said, there are a number of opportunities that are waiting for you to leverage your business and take it to the next level. One of the key things that I want to share with you is on the good board and the opportunities of the good board. I will share my slide just now. It's just going to be a brief slide. I think it will be more productive if I show my slide so that you can benefit more. Okay. Sorry, no, it's not showing. Okay, that's it. Share. Okay, I trust you can all see my slide. So I will talk on the good board value. Seem to be echoing.
Please go ahead. We can hear you.
Hello. Okay. I'll be talking on the global value proposition. Once again, my name is Uju Uzo-Ojinnaka, and I work in the primary markets of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. My outline will be quite brief. You might probably know this more than I do. Give an insight into the SME landscape and why the global became a necessity for the Nigerian Stock Exchange to support SMEs and other forms of entrepreneurs. Take you through the overview and benefits of the good board. Critically, the eligibility criteria. What does it take to be listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange? Talk about some of the value-added services we're putting together, of which Faith Foundation is part of it, and also share with you the NSE general value proposition to listed companies. Nigeria is stated to represent a large number of small medium enterprises. According to the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, we know that there are close to about 42 million SMEs across the micro, small, and medium enterprises of the growth sector. These SMEs contribute almost 50% to the Nigerian GDP, as it were. That contribution is quite significant. Nevertheless, it is worrying that SMEs are faced with a number of significant threats to their survival and growth. In Nigeria, it is estimated that most SMEs die after 1 to 3 years, while in other countries, you can see that it's more 5 to 7 years. So what are the critical issues that affect SMEs? And I think everyone in the room will agree that priority is also the issue of access to funding. Finance is a big stumbling block for SMEs, and especially cheap and sustainable funding. Other things that we know are critical issues border on level of insecurity, as we've witnessed not too long ago. We know that SMEs and other businesses also face issues of multiple taxation, the inconsistency in government policies, which ultimately affect the ease of doing business. And foreign exchange is also a big critical factor in terms of issues affecting SMEs. When we look at a report that was done by the Oxford Economics to look at the sources of funding for SMEs, we realize that typically most SMEs look for short-term funding in the form of bank loans, short-term overdrafts, etc., to raise monies for their business expansion, which we found to be quite unsustainable. And very few SMEs leverage on debt to equity, which is critical, or more important for supporting your business expansion and growth. So one of the things we want to do as a Nigerian Stock Exchange is begin to address this funding opportunity, making funding more available to SMEs so they can tap into longer-term patent capital to support their businesses. If a brief comparison of other jurisdictions, especially among our peer stock exchanges, you will see from the graph here that the Nigerian Stock Exchange, before now we had a board called the Essien board, is lagging behind in terms of SME representation. I mean, just looking at the London Stock Exchange, the London Stock Exchange has a board called the AIM board, which at present accounts for over $1.3 billion in terms of funding that has been raised for companies listed on it. Whereas on the NSE, we have less than $18 million that have been raised on the Nigerian capital market. To add to that, you will see that we have a very small representation. Only 9 of the almost 42 million SMEs are listed on the stock exchange. So in terms of capital representation, you see that the NSE remains very low in terms of company representation. As at Q3 2020, we just had those 9 companies are now accounted for close to 7 billion on the market. This, for me, shows the level of opportunity that is available. We know that the Nigerian Stock Exchange presently has close to 18 trillion naira, close to about $94 billion that is on the capital market, but a very tiny portion of that has been drawn by SMEs. So there is a big opportunity for SMEs to begin to shift that mindset in terms of what the capital market can do for them. This slide is also quite interesting because it tries to help us understand the typical funding structure of what most SMEs go through. And most of you will agree with me and have experienced such as most, any business starts from an idea stage, one founder or possibly 2, and they decide to form a joint venture to create new services, etc. And maybe along the line, there is need for additional capital, which is usually sourced from family and friend, and that helps the business to grow. Interestingly, what you find from there is not that kind of moves from informal to formal, because at the next stage, especially for those SMEs that begin to show good corporate governance, begin to show good returns, good product initiative, innovation, you begin to see other forms of capital being attracted, especially led by private equity and venture capitalist funds. And so you realize that the number of companies, you can also see that in a lot of what is going on in Nigeria today. For example, in the fintech space, Nigeria has, I think, in the last 6 years, attracted over $600 million in the fintech space. And this is mostly from foreign private equity firms. And so those businesses tend to attract funding and go through various seed funding rounds to raise the needed capital. But it must be said that the journey still ends for you to be a public company. Most times, at the point where maybe the private equity firm or VC firm is looking to exit, they'll be looking to exit in the public market. It also might mean the founders of the business are looking to take the company beyond the shores of Nigeria, give it an Africa or regional expansion, and they will need that credibility, that visibility to be able to take their services to new markets. And so they look at the public market as a choice destination for capital. We've said numerous times, especially with a few companies, we've heard about how InterSwitch is one of the, let's call it the founders of fintech, and how they've ridden the wave, private equity and all that. And now they're coming to end their journey on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, largely from a global expansion strategy. So there's a lot of one that we understand that private capital and public capital plays a lot in this area, and each business needs to decide what is right for it. Interestingly, what I should also add is some businesses might also choose, you know what, I don't need to go through private equity. I might go through the public market directly, which is it's a strategic decision. So when we look at the growth board, what is the growth board and why we think is best suited for the SME market? The growth board is our way of deepening the Nigerian capital market. It is we've done this to ensure that we can support businesses in every phase of their life stage, and not just be known for the large corporates or medium-term companies that we are aware for, but also to talk to every company wherever their life stage of funding requirement requires. The growth board is designed to encourage particularly growth-oriented companies with good corporate governance standards, which I keep referring to list. This allows such companies with such potential to use that opportunity to raise the kind of long-term capital they require and promote liquidity in their shares. In terms of objectives, we know we design this, like I said, to cater for various market segments and ensure every business in their various growth phases can go through the opportunity of being listed. It also provides a platform for investor market operators to access the potential pipeline of companies looking to list, and most importantly, to raise long-term capital. A quick look at the benefits of the growth board. Like I mentioned, it serves as an exit option for core investors, be it whether it's PE firms or VC firms, or even the founders themselves looking to exit some of that sweat capital that we like to call and look and try and do other things. It does provide a basis for this. It also provides a very good basis for valuation. Most companies struggle with valuation, especially private companies looking to inject PE firms. Being listed on the market allows you to get a fair valuation for the true value of the company, and it also enhances liquidity by accessing new investors. It provides global visibility. The Nigerian Stock Exchange is a member of the World Federation of Exchanges. It is the second largest exchange in Africa. In fact, it serves the largest market in Africa. It has millions of investors looking into the market. So it creates the right visibility from global investors looking for good stocks. It also creates and provides a diversified investor base. Now, we know that some SMEs might be worried of losing their business by bringing in one or two investors, but once you become a listed company, you create diversified investors, which allow you to retain control, but that's a conversation for another day. In terms of investors, investors are looking out for, they're looking to participate in new startups, companies within the growth sector.
Can you hear me?
They're looking for opportunities with companies with high growth potentials that can create high returns. And of course, this diversified investor creates diversified investment options for both retail and institutional investors. So quickly looking at the eligibility criteria, which is very critical. A lot of people, one of the issues has always been the stock exchange has listed, the listing requirements of the stock exchange can be somehow prohibitive. But
hi, Mr. Lanre. Sorry to cut you. Sorry to cut in. We just wanted to alert you. You have 1 minute, about a minute, to wrap up with the growth board. Thank you very much.
Okay, quickly. Okay. So in terms of the eligibility criteria, we designed two routes. One is the entry and the standard segment. And what that actually means is, depending on the size of your business, we've tried to ensure there's a lot of flexibility to allow you to be listed. So for example, on the entry segment, you must have your market capitalization of about 50 million naira. You must have a minimum free float of 10% and a minimum shareholder of 25%. 25 shareholder. On the standard, the key differentiation is market cap is about 500 million, minimum shareholder is about 51, and as well as the minimum free float requirement. I'll skip this in the excess of time. This is critical for value-added service partners. What VAS tries to do is to ensure that VAS are designed to create a competitive edge for companies listed on the exchange. What VAS value-added services provide is to help companies with pre-listing diagnosis at a reduced fee structure. They're also designed to help stimulate investor interest in our market, and also to help companies comply with their post-listing obligations, such as submitting their audited financials, ensuring they have engagement with their shareholders on time, board meetings, resolution, etc. And VAS cuts across the whole breadth of professional services firms, from lawyers, solicitors, accountants, auditors, wherever support they're required. We've put in place a bunch of VAS providers, of which is a critical partner to support companies to get listed on the exchange. The 5 areas they cover are analyst coverage, investor relations. I'll just talk to a few because of time. Investor relations helps you tell your own story. Every company has to sell its story more efficiently. So they help you sell, create a WorldCard IR program to help you sell your story. Institutional services help with designing appropriate business structures, processes to position you as world-class companies. And corporate governance, it helps you strengthen the corporate governance, which allows investors to look more deeply at your company. These are the VAS providers we have on the group board. These are leading professional services companies in their own right. Also, keyly is an issue of designated financial advisors. We have designated financial advisors for the board, most of the leading daily member firms on the group board. I would skip this in essence of time. In terms of the, and this will be my last slide, in terms of the fee structure, one of the things we've also done is to deal with the issue of listing fees. So our listing fees have been significantly reduced to support companies to list on the exchange. So if you fall within the existing index, your initial listing fee comes about to 250,000 naira, which we've also applied a 50% discount since we launched in January for a period of 24 months, and your annual listing fee is 200,000, and that's a significant deduction. On the standard is 0.1%. Typically, our listing fees are 0.5%. So at 0.1%, it's pretty reduced. Our turnaround times for listing is circa about 10 days once applications have been submitted. I will end here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Larry Odufua. Thank you for that. I'm sure that we can pick up this conversation again with you. Also, introducing our entrepreneurs formally to and our programs to you to guide us on how to take advantage of this opportunity. Thank you again very, very much. Very quickly, we'd like to welcome Mr. Shani Suleiman, Director of Faith Foundation, to appreciate and thank our programs and institutional supporters at this time. Mr. Shani Suleiman, over to you, sir.
Okay,
Mr. Suleiman.
I think I heard myself being called on, so I'll start speaking. But the audio has gone a bit quiet, so I couldn't hear if this was my key. Continue to do the great work that we've all seen, in this conversation. And so I think ultimately, as a non-profit organization, a critical pillar of the sustainability of Faith Foundation model is partnerships, specifically with individuals and institutions that are aligned with the mission, core values, and strategies. By the way, I can hear an echo, so please, if you're not speaking, can you please mute? Thank you. And so today, on behalf of the entire board of Faith Foundation, I would like to specifically acknowledge all these organizations who have partnered with us from January of this year to date. I'd first like to acknowledge our volunteers who are the front lines of the impact for most of our work. Since inception, we have been very privileged to have over 1,200 individuals who have joined the volunteer teams to either teach, mentor, advise, and develop content. And we are particularly appreciative of the 164 experienced entrepreneurs and professionals who continue to give their time, knowledge, and expertise to support our entrepreneurs virtually. Despite all the challenges that we've faced this year, many of which we've actually spoken about today. And of course, I would love to thank the entrepreneurs and residents, course directors, faculty, mentors, consultants, and the content contributors who have just given a lot of devotion, commitment, and dedication. We say a very big thank you to them. Over the last 20 years, Faith Foundation has been able to establish partnerships with like-minded organizations who have enabled us to deepen our work, increase our reach, and scale our impact. Some of these organizations have chosen to partner with us to enable the delivery of specific programs and initiatives, while others have chosen to support our work by providing direct institutional support to us and to some of our teams. And so I'd like to specifically acknowledge these organizations as well who have supported the work this year. So first up, I think there should be no surprise, I'd like to thank the Youth Business International for ensuring that our teams have the technical resources and skills to continue to evolve our training course content, improve our mentoring program, deepen our digital technology growth and capacity, and I think most recently, facilitating a grant for us on a program that we'll be announcing later this month. So stay tuned for that. Secondly, I'd like to thank Facebook for partnering with us to support 360 startups across 11 states through the Aspiring Entrepreneurs Digital Program. Now, 240 of those startup founders have completed their programs this year, and many of them have graduated today. In fact, all of them have graduated today, and so we're very excited about that. We'd also like to thank the Kingdom of Netherlands and the Orange Corners program for their partnership with us to deliver the Orange Corners Incubation Program, which enabled us to run a 6-month incubator program and provide funding for 40 young and innovative entrepreneurs this year, in addition to the Orange Corners Student Ambassadors Program. So thank you. Next, we'd like to thank the Mitsubishi Corporation for the grant support, which enabled us to provide pre-incubation training and resources to 40 aspiring young agribusinesses this year through the Aspiring Entrepreneurs Agribusiness Program. And of course, as we know, agriculture is one of the main pillars of the Nigerian economy in the future, and so we're very thankful to the Mitsubishi Corporation for sponsoring that. Next, I would like to thank the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Crosswise, and GoodUp for their partnership with running the Next Economy program, and this has been going on for the 5th year in a row. Thank you so much. And also would like to thank the African Capital Alliance Foundation for their grant support this year, which enabled us to run a 6-month accelerator program for 20 high potential agribusiness entrepreneurs. So the list continues. As you can imagine, it takes an entire sort of community to build an ecosystem of entrepreneurs, and so we have more people to thank, so bear with me here. I'd like to thank, to specifically acknowledge and thank KPMG Nigeria for their audit support ever since inception. Banwa Nigudalo for the legal advisory services, also from the very beginning, and StretCert Services Limited for their HR advisory services. And I would like to especially acknowledge Main One for their support with internet provision, and I think, particularly ensuring that we've had the internet capacity to deliver this ceremony. So as Juliet has mentioned earlier, we appreciate the support of KPMG Nigeria, ACCA Nigeria, StretCert Services Limited, Banwa Nigudalo, Veraki, Deloitte, and A-Line Media Limited for their massive contributions and support with the Nigerian Entrepreneurs Handbook Series publications. This is it for now. Thank you all very much for everything that you've done for the foundation. Thank you to the volunteers and partners. We wish you continued growth and success going into 2021, and of course, for the rest of your endeavors. I'll now hand it back over to Oge Arakinwade as well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sheni Suleiman, for that. Thank you for helping us thank and appreciate our amazing partners, both in our programs and institutional partners. Thank you very much. Right now, I would like to welcome someone very special to us at Faith Foundation to give the vote of thanks and closing remarks for this program. It's been amazing with everybody here today. Thank you all for joining, and please join me, everybody, our partners, our graduates, board of directors, Faith team members, in welcoming Adenike Adeyemi, the executive director of Faith Foundation, to give the closing remarks. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Oge. Once again, good afternoon to everyone, and thank you for joining our 2020 annual graduation. We appreciate your time over the last 2 hours, plus a couple of minutes, to join us and celebrate the amazing entrepreneurs here. My job here is very simple because everything has been said. I would like to appreciate, as we've appreciated all the partners, but I would like to appreciate our board members, our chairman, Mr. Fola Adeola, and all the directors of Faith Foundation, past and current. We have a special VIP room with our partners, with our EP and scale-up entrepreneurs, and some of the people who have worked closely with us over the last few years. So thank you, everyone. As I round up, I really would like to appreciate the people who have done all this amazing work that we've spoken about. We have an amazing team at Faith Foundation, and we've done quite a lot of work. It's been, and we have adapted and continue to adapt and learn, as you can see today. But I can tell you that there are individuals who have spent literally 24 hours, 7 days a week to do a lot of all the work that we've seen and we've talked about. So to all our team members across Nigeria, because we've been working virtually, I really do say thank you. Thank you so much for everything you do for Faith, for our entrepreneurs, for Nigeria. We have worked so hard. I can say this is the hardest we've worked this year, and we are so proud of you, and we thank you for your diligence, your work, your commitment, your sweat, everything. And we thank your families too, who also work with you along the lines. So as we wrap up today, I thank you all. We've been celebrating a whole week of our 20th year anniversary. We started on Monday, and we're now on Thursday. We launched our books, we launched our documentary story, and next week we'll be launching our impact report. So thank you once again, everyone. Congratulations to all our graduating class. Thank you to everyone who joined in different forms and through different mediums. We wish you a beautiful day, because we're just about half of the day. And it's also not too early to wish us all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you to everyone. Thank you. Have a good afternoon and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, everyone. Bye. And to our amazing anchors, well, I guess I captured them as part of the team because they are really part of the team. But did they not do an amazing job? They did, right? They did. To Oge Naife, who is the head of our youth enterprise programs and our startup programs, thank you very much. And to our gentleman, Akiwande Akisulere, who is the head of our startup programs. In fact, all the entrepreneurs who graduated are their babies, so we could have no other better persons to anchor. So thank you very much. Thank you for an amazing job. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and have a good afternoon. Thank you.
All right.